Okay, so now we're going to look into, this is part 2 of the digital marketplace with Astro. This is where we're actually going to start using Astro. We're going to use this new Sessions API as well for adding to cart and things. But by first we're going to use this npm create Astro at latest. So I'm inside my terminal and I went inside the front end section and we're going to say enter, and it's going to create, we're just going to create, use an empty, actually we'll use the basic starter template, say yes to everything, and get that built. So once everything's built, it will give us a basic components and everything, and we will take a look and see, it's usually on this once we run it. So we'll let the project initialize and we will come back when it's done. Okay, so it's done and we can run npm run dev and we should be able to see it here. That's what we got, and we're going to go to Starwind because we're going to use some components from Starwind UI. Let's go back to Lovable to show what we're making. So yeah, we're gonna do that. So in order to install Starwind, we need to add this to the TS config. So we'll do that first. TS config, here we are. Now we say npx Starwind at latest. There we are. So we'll cancel that and init that. So this will add Starwind and it also adds Tailwind to the project. So we say yes. We're going to go with Stone npm. We'll install Tailwind as well, and installs Tailwind Forms, Tailwind Animate, etc. Installs everything. So still, once we have that created, we're going to use the card and the button for first off. So we'll do the button first, and then you'll see how easy it is to have a style button straight away. We'll also, if you notice here, in the prompt guide, and when we click on an actual prompt, it has these tabs, and that is this right here. So it's modeled off of the Shad CN, which is what Lovable uses as well. So as you can see, we have the tab feature, so we could replicate that. So let's see what we got. Okay, so that's good. So we'll run the dev again. Actually, before we do, we'll run the dev and then we'll just add another PowerShell, and we will take the button. Yeah, we'll copy this command and we'll add the button to the project. And don't know why it's saying that. Oh, okay. Let's start again. So let's open the terminal. Okay, npm run dev. Oh, am I in the right place? Oh, I'm not in the front end, sorry. Should have made sure of that. CD front end. There we go, sorry. Now I can add the button. It's all trial and error. Okay, so that's all added to the front end. So if we look at the index page, we just right now got the welcome. And we want it to look similar to what we have on the home page here. So we'll copy all of this. But if we actually look at the code, we can actually see what's being used. So it's using a hero. So we can look at the components hero. And this is everything in the hero section. So we can copy it from here all the way down. Now this is using React, and obviously we're using Astro. So I will show you what we have to do. We basically have to rename. So we can say Control F2, and we just change it to class instead of class name. We'll remove the search bar because we don't need that right now. And the button, remember we just imported that, so we can import the button from Starwind. So now if we say npm run dev and we take a look, there's one thing we need to add. Make sure that in the layout we're actually importing the Starwind CSS, otherwise we won't get the @/styles/Starwind CSS. This is what we need, and that should add the styles for us. And there we go. We have exactly what we have here. With the buttons and everything. So see, we've got that's all good. So now we can take a look and see if we close that now, and the index. So again, we've got featured prompts, and then we've got this area here. So again, the only thing we really need is to change this from class to class name. So what we'll do, go to the index page and Control F2, and then we make sure we say class. And okay, so this one actually has a few more things we need to change. We don't have a key here, and we don't have arrow right. So become a seller, we'll just remove that. And it should be fine. So we should have everything. Excellent. So now we need to look at the prompt card. So this is exactly what we actually need. So it's importing badge, card content, and we're not going to use that, but that's so what we could do, we could basically copy the whole thing and we can make our own component. So let's go to components, and we create, and we'll call it prompt card.astro. Put everything in here apart from the link. We'll remove the link because we don't need that in there we go, just removing all of that. And we're going to change that to astro.props. and we're going to say cons. Yeah, that's right. Change that for now, and we want to make sure that we put all of that inside of the front meta. So we've got that. So we need to import these as well. So if we go to Starwind, we've got card. So we need to just say import. Make sure we CD into front end, and we add card, and we also add badge. So take a look here. Where's badge? So we add badge here. Okay. So we do that. Alright. So that's fine. So there's add components. So make sure we update this. We're going to change this interface to alright, so we updated that. Let's close all and open the prompt. Okay, so there's an issue. Okay, so for now it's not getting our inputs right now. So let's see if we can. Maybe we should stop it and start again. Because we have that here, and it's the same in the index page here. Ah, we need to put Starwind. That's fine. That's the difference. Alright, so that's right. And then again, control F2. And we'd say class, which is great. Alright, so now we have our prompt card. So if we take a look again at what Lovable created for us, that was the prompt card, that's the component, and in the index, in the, where is it? Pages here, index here. We're getting a component called featured prompts. Okay, so this is what we want, featured prompts. And this is some prompt data. So we'll also, we will also copy this, and I will copy the sample prompts data here. We'll see. And for now, we'll just put it in index at the top here. We copied this prompt data. and we will use what they've used, which is very similar to what we would do in Astro. We will remove obviously the filter that we don't need, but just before we have everything about the prompts, discover right here. So this is where we want to add our featured, and again Control F2, change that to class, and we're not going to show the filter, and filtered prompts. Okay, so that's basically this here. At the top we say prompts equals prompts, prompt featured, right? So featured equals true, featured equals true, etc. So these are some prompts that are featured and some that are not. So that's basically what this will do. And if we take a look at our we have to, oops. So title is not defined. Okay, I see. We get rid of this. And we will say featured prompts. Okay. See if that works. Nope, that doesn't work. Okay. We'll save that. Oh, we have to import the prompt card. Make sure we do that. Alright. So that should be everything. Get rid of the key. We don't have a key. And everything should be working now. So here we are. We have two prompts. And each prompt, actually we want to do something with the prompt card. We want to wrap it actually in an A tag. And what we will do, what that will do will be a href. For now it's just not going to go anywhere, but what it will do, we will be able to actually click on it and it will take us to a link. So it will give us the thing here. And this is now where we can actually bring in everything from our backend. So we could bring in, this is all dummy data right now, but this could be, we could make a folder called lib, and we could just say prompts.js. Let me just export prompts, and we will take everything that we have here at the top and put it inside of here, and just at the top say export, export prompts data, and then we just want to import prompts data, which is sample data. Sorry, make sure it's at lib. prompts data, that's right. Lib prompts. That's it. Alright. And the Copilot will just clean that up for us. Okay. So nothing should have changed, but we should have a bit more of a... It's pulling the same data, but we're actually making it a little bit easier for it to do so. So if we say here featured true, we should have 3 instead of, yeah, so there we go. So that's a good start. And next what we're going to do is create the page where it's the actual prompt, and this one's featured as well, so we have 4 in a row. There we go. So yeah, so then when you click on it, it will actually go to the page, similar to if we click on this one, we will have this this page here, right? So if we click on this, when it goes to the prompt, we're actually closing all of these because that's been very useful. So now the page is the prompt detail page, and it's just using the sample data here. And what we're going to do is we're going to copy all of that, Control C, and what we're doing is in pages we will create a new page called new folder called prompt, and a new file called square bracket dot id dot astro, and we will at the top we will have the front matter, and we'll say import, we want badge, and import card, yeah, card content. We want to control F2 and take that to class. So we have author, there's no bio, so I'm going to remove the bio. Oh, we want tabs, there we are, okay. Import tabs. Now we didn't actually install tabs yet, so what we will do, into tabs, and copy the tabs feature here. Make sure we haven't actually done it. No, we didn't yet. So the new thing, we will cd into front end, and we will install tabs. Okay, so then if we look at the documentation, where is it? Here it is. In order to add it, we just import this, take this, and import it here. Alright. Okay, so we've got everything sort of working, but we just need to actually, there's no key, so remove this key, remove that. key. Oh, we want button and shopping cart. Okay, so button is there. Let's import button. And we don't have the shopping cart, so what we will do, we will remove shopping cart. We'll just say add to cart, it's fine. And we'll remove the old click as well. We'll remove the heart. And then we'll remove that too. For now, let's just remove that. And we'll remove this share. These are just icons, so they're not really that important. And in the thing here, we have const ID equals use params. That's what we're going to use. And at the top, there we go. It's going to actually be const ID astro.params. And we're not going to use the is wish listed. We're going to use, we're going to import the prompt data from last time. We just use the first one. Make sure that that's what we're exporting. Oh, it's prompts data. Just returning the first one, or you could return a random one. So we say mathf, and it will just choose a random prompt. We definitely want created, because that's something we get back. We definitely want author. And description. And here we go. Yeah, remove the key here. Leave the class. Okay. Categories. Map item. Any. That's fine. And we're just going to actually get a full prompt. So now if we go to the prompt card, we'll say / prompt / ID. So we have to make sure that this is in a backticks and this has a double sign. So now we will take a look, and if we click on it, it will take us to this. Now it's saying this because we need to update the Astro config to say that we want to output this as a server. That way we can have dynamic routes. So if we refresh, click it again. Okay, so we're not getting the categories, which we don't have, etc. So if we go to prompts, we'll just say, oh, it says category, which we want to control F2 and change it to categories. Yep, and see if that makes a difference. Refresh. To be honest, we want to probably add a, okay, let's change this. Control, you know what, we'll just add the brackets here. Very easy. Obviously this is just cosmetic because this is just static right now, but then we will actually make it so that it will be it'll be coming directly from our Strapi CMS. So that's everything. Okay, we don't have benefits either, so let's go to the actual ID and alright, we've removed the reviews, I'll remove the prompt rating, we'll keep the author, and we will remove the benefits. Okay, so prompt the author. Why does that not? Control F2. It should be author. Okay. So now we save this. All right. And there's one more thing we're supposed to do before this will work. So import layout. And we want to make sure that we're using the same layout because it's the one that has the Tailwind CSS. So we're going to remove the reviews. Again, there's no key. Prompt preview, that's interesting. So we need to probably add that. Let's add that. Prompt preview. Prompt preview. Prompt preview. And what this is doing, Copilot is just giving us what we need. And we will just do that for each of them. Obviously, this is just again the back to prompts. Oh, okay, the back to prompts needs to go to so href equals the main homepage. So if we click on that, excellent. So if we click on this one, I don't know why we've got this huge okay, so this is it. We've got everything that we need. We've got the add to cart, we've got the share button, description, preview, reviews. It all looks good. I've even got a little header section with the 3 items here. This is all hand coded, so we can change that now. So looking at our Strapi, so we've got our Strapi entries here, these 3. So what we're going to do now, we're going to update so that these will reflect this here. So we can do that by populating the prompts that we have here and getting back. This is what we get back. We get all the data back. We get it in a JSON format. And so what we need to do is we just copy this API here and we get everything. So I've created a file called strapidata.js and I'm exporting an async function called getPrompts, and I'm using the URL that we copied with our API, and I'm populating it, everything, so I'm getting absolutely everything from it. And then I'm going to await and fetch it, and it should return the JSON. Okay, so then in my index file, we need to accept that's fine. We need to, instead of getting the prompt data from this file, we need to update it. So we're going to remove that for now. Actually, leave it there for a second. We're going to say import get prompts. Okay. So then we're going to say, we're going to get that out, and we're going to say const all prompts equals await.getPrompts. Okay. And we want to change this down here to say all prompts.data, because remember we got a data function, data when we got back. So if we take a look now, we're getting these 3. Okay, this is the by is not working at the moment, but we get these 3 that correspond to these 3 here. Okay, so we're getting the title, etc. And we're getting the author, but we need to go inside and get the author .name. So we can update that. So if we go to prompt.author.name, let's see if that makes a difference. There we go. So there we go, by Petit Pois. I haven't got sales or anything like that, but that is what we're doing. So now we want to, when we click on it, we want to actually get the information that's in our backend. So we'll connect that now. So what we will do, we'll look at our single page. Right now it's got a lot of data. We're getting the Astro params, which is great. So what we will do, we will again create a function inside of this one to get a specific information about a specific prompt. So here we go. This is get prompt with the ID, and we're using the prompts here, and we're saying we just add in this here. Just getting the ID, and it's going to populate that specific ID. So if we save that, we go into this ID here, and we're going to say import get prompt from @lib Strapi data, and that's fine, equals get await get prompt ID. This is what we want. Okay, and I'm going to format that, and let's see what we get here. Let's update that, and update that as well. Any of those? Okay, let's see what we get when we click a specific ID. We failed to pitch the prompt. Okay, so it's taking if we take a look at the index, we make sure that we're getting the ID, because the prompt.id, that's fine. Get rid of this for now. Make sure that we're getting the right ID. So the prompt card takes in the prompt ID, and if we take a look at all prompts, let's see what data we get back. So the ID is 19 or 21. Okay. So we'll take a look here. We've got 6, 3, and 1. So I don't know where it's getting that from. So let's sort that out. Okay. So I've realized the issue. We're not getting this. We need to get the document ID here, because that will return this specific ID. So we want to copy that. And we want to go to the index where we're getting the ID. And we're going to change that to document ID. And if we run this, oops, so I have to cd into the front end. Sorry, I forgot that. Cd front end. And then we say npm run dev. There we go. So if we take a look now, we're still getting the thing, but this time we're getting the actual document ID. So if we click on it, we should be getting information. Okay, so obviously we need to update things, but we're getting exactly what we need. So in the index, we're getting the prompt, the title, where the rating, reviews. So we don't have all of these things. So we're going to remove this. We're going to add author.name, so that we know we're going to get that. Description is description. What's included? We are. I might actually add that to our. Okay, so we're going to add the categories. So we're going to say prompt dot categories like that, and we are going to say category dot name. We're using the badge class, and we're going to say any. So make sure this is in curly braces, and this says any. Okay, so whatever is there. So we said Lovable, and we're previewing it, and something is wrong somewhere. So this is here. Make sure that's all ready. So there we go. So we've got the title, we've got who it's by. We can remove this. Remove the sales. The date created is just created at, and the price is fine, and the sales we can remove, and the reviews we can leave the reviews actually for now. So the description is fine, but the content is what we want here. And if we take a look, there we go. So we've got the description and the content. So if we wanted to update, let's say we wanted to go to the back end and we wanted to update the content for that specific prompt. So we've got, which one is this one? So we want to say, we change something, we change that, publish. Now if we take a look, it just says, if we refresh, it just says movie website, exactly. Yeah, and then we change it back. It says a quick prompt on how to create a movie website with, publish that, oh sorry, create, not create. And if we look at the published, we can see this is what it looks like. And if we wanted to add more, we could add a we could add headings. Let's say movie website, publish, and take a look here. Refresh the page. So it says a quick prompt on how to create a website, and the preview, movie website, etc. So that's, you know, connecting the front end with the back end. So we're going to do the same with this one. Emoji. You've got this time. You've got the price change, and there's more here. And if we go back, we can get the, oh, that's the movie website, I've done that one already. Digital marketplace, this one's changed, the price has changed here to $1.99, and we've got the preview, etc. So that's connecting our Strapi instance to the front end. And next, what we'll do now is add the ability to do a Stripe checkout, so people could actually buy these prompts. So I'm going to actually create a few more prompts just to let's create a new one. Let's create a what don't we have? So we have movie website, emoji quiz, basic marketplace. Let's say video application. Create a comprehensive application with YouTube vibes. Let's go Lauren Ipsum this time. Okay, and we're going to publish. It's called video application. And now if we take a look here and refresh the page. Oh, we didn't add an author, sorry. So I forgot that. So let's make sure we've got a price. Let's say $9.99. The category is going to be Lovable. And the author is Petit Pois. And created at today. And we're going to publish. Okay, so we should refresh. And we should get video application. Here it is. Okay, excellent. So there you go. This is a nice way to create the front end. Obviously you could update. We've taken this from Lovable, so you could obviously change this as you like. But this is just an idea of how to get that. And you could also make a separate page to show all of the prompts. But at this time, I'm just going to use the front page here. You could use Discover or Explore, a completely different page. If you didn't want that, we could change that in the header. Can remove that. and just go to the selling, which we don't have yet. So if you had a page here and we said sell.astro and we added a layout, and you had a H1, sell your prompts, and now if we go here to sell, there it is, sell your prompts. So it could be like a simple dashboard. So we have div, MX of auto, and H1, login with GitHub. I have a video about how to do that, and we could copy simple styles from our first section here. So we could just copy this here. Sorry. This is what we can copy here. Okay. We can copy this and we can put it in the cell. Create a seller account. Start. Let's take a look and see what that looks like. Okay, create a seller account. So you got home, create a seller account, and instead of fill out a form, it said login with GitHub to get started, and then we're going to add a button. And we're going to make sure we import that button from Starwind, and we have a nice thing here. So we log in with GitHub. Excellent. So that all works. So then what we would need to do, which we will need to do with for Stripe anyway, is we need to add a folder under pages called API, and we're going to need another folder called auth, and let's say another folder, a file called login.ts, and we also need Stripe. Actually, no, we don't need the folder. We need to delete that. We'll do that in the next thing. So the login.ts. So all you need to do is in the astro.build. You could use Clerk or Superbase or even Appright to look at the documentation. So if we go to where is it? If we go to integration, third-party services, content management systems, we got Strapi somewhere here. There we go. Sorry, that's not what I want. We want to do the authentication. So backend services. This is it. So you've got Appright as an option. You've got Superbase as well as an option to do login with GitHub. That's what I have a separate video on that. You even got a section here for authentication that could be used too. So that's your options to use. Going to use my own, obviously, but you can choose what you want. The documentation is all here on how to set up OAuth authentication. For me, I feel like Supabase is quite simple to straightforward, and even AppWrite 2 is straightforward to add a notification. But obviously, I think Clerk is also very easy to and straightforward to add as well. You can do a quick start, and they have a Astro section where they show how to add Clerk to your application. You might want to make sure this will work by making sure you have the SSR adapter. I usually use Netlify, but you could use Node in this case. And then you can create a authentication and follow the instructions here. So for example, you would want to make in this case, a middleware section here. Okay. So that in the next tutorial, we'll look into logging in and also adding the Stripe.